Now, I've heard stories of people that are down bad, but oh my god, I have never seen one of my homies down so bad in my entire life. Let's go. My homie texts me the other day. He goes, Nunsu, I've been talking to a girl. And I start clapping. I'm like, wow, good for you. Really getting yourself out there, my guy. I have nothing but absolute excitement. What do y'all want? I have nothing but excitement for my homeboy. And then he tells me she has a tattoo gun. And I went, oh no. I ask, is she a professional? He goes, no, not by any means whatsoever. I look at him and I go, there's not a single positive outcome to this story. I take a deep breath and I go, all right, what are you trying to say to me right now? And then this man goes to tell me that he's thinking about letting this woman actually tattoo his left cheek. And I had to be real with my mans. I look at him and I go, what are you thinking, bro? Like, for a tattoo, like, what kind of design you thinking, bro? That's this could be wild. He says, I don't know, I was gonna let her pick the design. And I look at him and I go, what are you thinking? If you get this tattoo, this permanent tattoo, every single time you take your clothes off, you're gonna be consistently reminded of a time that you were down so bad that just for the possible chance of getting some sweet action, you let a random chick permanently engrave your body. You would be the first person in history to be absolutely ashamed to moon someone. You no longer have laughing dominancy in this situation. They'll be laughing at you. Imagine you're walking through the streets. A car whizzes by and 3 people are mooning you out the window. But then you notice one of them has a tattoo. Oh, where do you ask? Left cheek. And it just says, please enter here, with an arrow pointing right towards his hole. I look at my homie and I go, listen, this chick could literally control your entire life. So I'm gonna ask you one more time. What are you thinking? Do you know what one of my favorite things in the entire world is? Making other people do your work and then not paying them for it. That sounds really bad. So how you doing down there? Alright, nice to know. So basically, I could save you from existence of being on that block forever, but you're gonna work for me for the rest of your existence. Sounded like a yes to me. You're just like me. Chase the bread. Alright, so I've got one homie back there. I'm trying to set up some villager trades, but I've never done that once in my life. Sorry, brother. Alright, so now I've got a zombie villager, and now I need a potion of weakness. I think instead of a potion of weakness, I should have a potion of weekends. Nunsu needs a vacation. The joke was so bad. Alright, that's the end of the video, guys. Bye. Oh, yes! It took me 20 minutes to figure out how to make this. Wow, look at that. What a crazy structure to spawn into the world. I wonder who built that. I wonder what that could be. No! I did all that work and he's not even here. Are you kidding me? I've never been more disappointed in my life. I'm more salty than ramen right now. Hello, my friend. Bro, get out of the house. Come on. Come on. We need to adventure. No, get out of... No. What are you doing? Get out. I'm going to destroy your door. Come on, bro. Just go for the bread. Go for the bread. Bro! I will literally donate my entire stack of bread if you just get in the hole. I know you're tempted. Come on, look at me. Look at me. No! Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on! You're going for the one that dropped all the way down. I've never had a more frustrating experience in Minecraft in my entire life, bro. I hope you know that. You are the cause of this. This is what I get for trying to learn things on my own. Wow, look at this boat. A boat is a very efficient way of transportation. A boat is a pretty sufficient method of transportation. See, boats are a pretty sufficient method of transportation. But what's even more sufficient is a car. I went to the car dealership this week. Yeah, so I decided to buy my first actual car this week. Now, I have never been to a car dealership before, so I wasn't really knowing what to expect. So not knowing what to expect, I wanted to dress kind of fancy. I had jeans, a Hawaiian shirt, and I had my infamous glasses. I was looking like a whole stud. Now me, looking like a stud, walks up to one of the sales floor guys. I said, hey, I'm looking for this car. I'd like to test drive it. We go for a test drive. I say, I'd like to buy this. The guy looks at me and goes, what? So we run through some numbers, we figure out my payment plan. I am excited. I get a new whip, he gets to look at me. It's an even trade. And now that I'm done talking to him, I go to the actual sales manager. It's this man with a deep Russian accent. Like, if I made one wrong move, I think he'd know how to snap my neck. It was possibly the coolest experience that I've ever had in my life. I'm sitting there, I got my sunglasses on my head, filling out paperwork for about 15 minutes. And out of nowhere, he looks up at me. He starts to squint. And I'm like, oh, what do I do? Is this a sales technique? Are you trying to intimidate me into buying this car? I already want the car. And he finally goes, you look familiar. That was the worst Russian accent attempt I've ever had in my life. And in my head, my first thought is, I don't think there's any possibility that you, a mid-30-year-old Russian male, has any relation with me, a 21-year-old ginger. And he goes, no, you play video games, right? I go, yeah, of course. Minecraft, right? Now in my head, I'm going, okay, there is absolutely zero possibility. Then he looks at me and says, my kid watches you all the time. Now on the outside, I'm like, oh wow, that's really cool. But on the inside, there's a nuclear explosion of glitter and rainbows. Like, what are the chances of that? And I look at him and I go, you know what'd be really funny? You just gotta go home tonight, sit him down at dinner, and tell him, guess who I met today? Kid's gonna be like, who? So you know your favorite content creator? Yeah, I got to meet him while you were at school, you little God, if I was a 12-year-old kid and I came home from school and my dad told me, yeah, I met your idol today. How do you feel about that? I would probably cry on the spot. So if you're watching this, kid, your dad's a cool guy. That's how you know your logo is accurate. You could tell who I was just from the glasses and hair. Alright, back to villager things. I was about to go through all this work just to realize there's only one villager alive left over there. I have to literally find a new village regardless. So while we're looking for a new village, I'd like to tell you a story about showers. So you know how when you like turn on the water and it comes down and you get wet? Yeah, my girlfriend takes incredibly long showers. Matter of fact, every time she hops in the shower, I put a timer on. It's 30 minutes on the dot. Every single time. And it got to a point where I was wondering why it took her so long in the shower. So one day I asked, hey, can I hop in the shower with you today? She says, oh my god, Nunsu, you're the best. Of course you can hop in the shower with me. So she starts up a shower, I start a timer, I hop in the shower. Now we getting squeaky clean, but I'm also examining what's taking her so long in the shower. I pull up my monocle, I'm taking a peek. I look like the Monopoly man, but a shower version. Now this woman shampoos, conditions, washes her body, her face, and out of nowhere she starts getting mad frisky like the brand of cat food. And before we know it, one thing leads to another. No protection, it's like a slip and slide with no rail guards. I'm thinking to myself, ah. And as soon as we finish, I shut the water off and I immediately stop the timer. And of course, on the dot, 30 minutes 27 seconds. God, that's absolutely embarrassing. I mean, how could you even take a longer shower? All right, it's time for business. First step, dig out a big hole. Dig another hole. Dig another hole. Dig 3 small holes. I like digging. We gotta fill these bad boys with water. Composters on top of the water. Lanterns over the composters. Is this the couch that I own? Absolutely not. It's a bed. Now you're gonna set up a bunch of beds like all your friends are single, but you got a bad. More digging. Trapdoors all the way down. Now we gotta get this hole dirty, then fill it up with one of the only edible vegetables on the planet. I'm an interior decorator, so we're gonna put carpet everywhere. More digging. Lantern. Now we gotta cover the hole with glass. More lanterns, please. Now let's go kidnap people. You know, I gotta be honest with you, villager right behind me in this boat. This has to be the most inconvenient way of kidnapping someone. Like, literally, your entire family can just see me taking you away, and they're not doing anything about it at all. Like, I really think you need to find a new caring family. Do you guys like vegetables? Here, take some vegetables, please. Have a baby. Is this how families take care of their children? Their kids sleeping, both the parents are just standing up on the bed. Why y'all look at me like that? It's all coming together. You guys all work for me in this underground secret base, in which I definitely did not look up a YouTube tutorial to make. Wait, y'all call that a discount? All this work to kidnap your entire family, and the best you can do is raise the amount of carrots I have to give you? Y'all can stay down there and think about that for a while. Oh. I promise I did not kidnap your entire family and throw them in this hole. Oh my god, that's so creepy. What the hell are y'all doing? Do you guys like gas stations? Well, I also like gas stations. Now me, I have my favorite gas station. It was a Super America. And about 8 years ago when I was in middle school, every day after we got off of the school bus, we'd throw our backpacks in the yard, go to the gas station and get slushies. Now my homie was bold this time. He decided to bring his backpack. I don't know why, it was heavy. There was like 3 textbooks in there, a calculator, and he drops it off outside the gas station before we step in, so they don't think that we're stealing things. I walk in the store, there's a few different people. An elderly couple, I want to say in their 70s, a 30-year-old black male, and us 3 middle school boys. Those are the only people at this gas station. We buy our slushies, we walk out, and the backpack is gone. Now, I had to do some basic mathematics. I saw everyone leave the store. The black man took a right out of the store, and the elderly couple took a left out of the store. The backpack was on the left side of the store. Now, I don't mean to sound racist, but I think that the white grandparents stole the backpack. My homie was packing $300 worth of textbook and a TI-84 calculator. Now, imagine getting your TI-84 stolen. Someone really needs to come get their grandparents. They're out here flipping 8th grade social studies textbooks. I can't imagine the disappointment that they had when they opened that backpack when they got home. Probably super excited just to open up the backpack and realize how impossible it was gonna be to flip 3 social studies textbooks. This fight was a clear waste of my time. Yeah, so basically my buddy had to pay $400 worth of textbooks and calculators just because someone's grandparents were absolutely wildin'. I guess we're doing a raid. If they touch anything down here, I'm gonna be so sad. What is that? What? I don't think I've ever seen that mob in my life. That thing's big. I'm gonna go, yeah. I don't even want to know what's going on back there, but... Do you know what Minecraft villagers remind me of? My best friend's mom. So there was this one time... Your boy was in 8th grade. Now, me and all my buddies went to the same school, and one of my friend's mothers also worked at this school as a para. Now, at this point in our lives, we had all recently just gotten Xbox Live, and we were all playing with each other pretty much every night. And as a 14-year-old kid, I didn't really have much of a filter, so we were playing Black Ops 2, and I called my homie a d. This was nothing out of the ordinary, but my friend's mom was a very religious woman, and she most definitely heard what was going on. Makes my homie get off of the Xbox. And the next day at school, I'm walking from 4th to 5th period. Like it's April to May and she isn't pregnant. And out of nowhere, I get slammed into the wall. It felt like brute force, like this was a muscly man. I turned to see who it was. Puerto Rican woman. It's my buddy's mom. I have a finger in my face. I think she's about to pick my nose with like acrylic nails. It's not gonna feel great. And she is yelling at me. Don't ever talk to my son like that again. And 14-year-old me only has one thought going through my head. You know, I think I've seen this film before. And since it was passing time, there was like 200 or 300 people in the hallway. All of them watching this go down. I mean, I definitely got street cred. Is that thing glowing? The next day comes along, I get pulled into the office. And let me tell you something, I have never felt more power in my entire life. There is a policeman there asking if I would A, like to press charges, and B, if I was uncomfortable enough, they would have fired her. I could have literally jeopardized my friend's mom's life. And I thought that the idea of doing that was hilarious up until I realized that I still want to hang out with my friend. And I would most definitely never be allowed there again if that was the case. So yeah, that's the story about how I got assaulted by talking with my friend. What do you think, kid?